So these are the almost 88 dancers from 15 different countries that Andrew spoke of. Before we do anything more, let's bring onto the stage the 6 people that have worked really hard, sharing their skill and their talent, and helping us choose this year's winners and super winners. So let's call on stage from Brazil, living in Belgium, Mr. Anderson de Santana. Born in Romania but living in the United States, Mr. Theodore Constant. Ballet Master for the National Ballet of China in Beijing, Mr. Hao Wang. Representing Switzerland, Artistic Director of the Bachelor's and Master's degree at the University of the Arts in Zurich, Mr. Samuel Versten. Every year the jury is asked to select a chairperson, and this year they decided to have co-chairs, so representing South Africa and Canada, Ms. Tanya Howard. And our second chair of the jury, representing Russia and the United States of America, what a combination, Alexei Moskalenko. And when he speaks just now, you'll hear his very thick Irish accent. As Andrew has mentioned, oh, thank you very much, ladies, I forgot. There are many people that makes a ballet happen. And so often ballet is called a sport, and so often ballet is compared to a sport. But I always say the one difference with a sporting event and an arts and culture or ballet performance is that with a rugby or a soccer match or a tennis match like this past weekend in Wimbledon, there's always a winner, but there's also a loser. So half of your audience walk out elated, and the other half less so. So with ballet and the arts, most of the time, and I can even like tonight, your whole audience, your whole team work towards one special, fantastic performance. And that's what we are trying to do tonight for you as well. And that performance is brought together with funders, with designers, with doctors, physios, different people, teachers, coaches, etc., costume people. So a whole list of people that make the ballet go around. So let's start by calling onto stage. There are some people still sitting in the audience that will be receiving some of the awards. May I please ask that you also come to the stage so long, please. And there's also some people that are receiving awards on behalf of people. And so we also ask that you please come to the stage. You can come up these stairs and then just come on the stage, the corner, please. Thank you very much. So the first person that I would like to call on stage, but I don't know where the certificates are here. So is somebody going to give it to me, please? Is Ms. Bernice Lloyd. There we go. asked if she can say a few words, and let's honor her and say yes.
I just want to say that I've had a wonderful few days here. The standard of work is superb, and I'm so privileged to be here tonight. My daughter and my 2 grandsons who reside in Cape Town are here with me, and they give me the greatest pleasure of all. I have watched a wonderful work. Tanya Howard, who was a student of mine, on the panel. Were you, Tanya? I was so proud to be here with her. And also there was a girl, Lisa Aladef-Berg, whose son got an award. And it's just been a wonderful, wonderful few days for me. Thank you. Dirk, I admire you. I have the greatest admiration for this man. He's work ethic, and above all, he is a fantastic father. I don't know how many of you know that. He's unbelievable. His son Alexander is now 14 and grown into a beautiful boy.
Ms. Howard?
Okay, it's my turn to talk now, Beanies. I am beyond excited and thrilled to be here to witness you receive this award because you are part of the fabric of my memories of dance here in South Africa. Bernice has been such a light and a champion for us dancers here. While training with her, I remember her as being demanding, but also compassionate. I remember her being nurturing, with high expectations and standards. I remember her just oozing with passion and always giving space for her students to grow. Wherever I have traveled in the world and come across another Bernice dancer, we all share the same sentiment about this kind and caring human being. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
The next recipient is South Africa's Danseur Noble, Mr. Edward, well, actually, Dr. Edward Vreeland. The next recipient has had an impact on so many lives, and actually the 3 of us standing here have all been students of hers in the early 90s. I shouldn't say the years, but yes. So I would like to call on stage Professor Elizabeth Trichard.
So the evening might get a bit emotional. The only thing I can remember Professor Trichard saying to me is in first year, Mr. Gilder, it's such a pity you can't hear the music. And then by third year saying, well done for getting on the music, Andrew. So thank you, Professor.
There were 3 of them that started many years together at the company here, so the third one is Mr. Keith McIntosh. Let's call him on stage, please. Sadly not being here tonight is Mr. Andrew Buerta, incredible set designer residing in Johannesburg. And he has created some of the most spectacular places and spaces for us to perform our beautiful dance. And we are very sad that he cannot be with us, but we are very happy that we can indeed still say thank you to him. Thank you very much, Andrew. The next recipient who's also not here, and I'm actually going to put two of them together because you have something to say about both of them, is Miss Jane Cross and Miss Val Adamson. So, Andrew, a few words from your side, please. And Andrew will also receive their certificates on their behalf. They are both from KZN and cannot make it.
Thank you. I'd like to say a few words about Jane, and then Val has asked me to read out something. So both of these exemplify that point I made about there's an ecosystem back here that supports what you see. I started working in the theatre in 1982. I know it's amazing. None of you thought I was that old. I started working in the theatre in 1982 as an usher. I looked fabulous in a bow tie. And
with blonde hair.
Thank you. I did have hair. And one of the people who regularly came to my confectionery trolley to buy wine gums was a then young assistant stage manager by the name of Jane Cross. Today, Jane Cross is the senior production manager at the Playhouse. But the reason we're giving Jane this award is because there is no greater supporter of quality production for ballet in KZN than Jane Cross. So generations of dancers in the companies that performed in the Playhouse and prior to that in the Alhambra Theatre in Durban. Generations of dancers have had wonderful settings and safe, beautiful environments to work in because of Jane, and so that is the reason we are giving Jane Cross this recognition award. I ask for your applause for Jane. Thank you. Now, the other person that we're going to honor tonight is one of South Africa's foremost dance photographers, Val Adamson. Val, as a quite young photographer, moved from Pretoria down to Durban in the mid-80s, effectively to be the in-house photographer for what was set up at that time as the NAPAC Dance Company, which did primarily a diet of the classics, but also moved on to contemporary dance. And Val has asked me to read this to you, so I shall. It goes like this. I'd like to thank the SAIBC for honoring me with this award. I am absolutely thrilled to be recognized for doing something I love so deeply. I'm sorry I can't be there in person, as I would have loved to reconnect with some of the greats that I've worked with in the past, like Vincent Hanton, who back in the day when I was a beginner was happy to hover in mid-air until I captured his astounding jet. I confirm that was correct. As many of you know, dance photography is my greatest passion. There's something magical about capturing the precise moment when a dancer's body forms a beautiful ephemeral shape. I want to give a huge shout out to all the incredible ballet dancers. Yes, even the one reading this out, and no, I didn't embellish that, it's here, who over the years have made my job an absolute joy. I've spent countless hours in theatres and dimly lit rehearsal studios in absolute awe as I try to capture their grace, strength, and gravity-defying feats, knowing that behind every perfect arabesque and flawless pirouette is a story of dedication, sweat, and often a lot of pain. The world of ballet is one of extraordinary discipline and grace, and being able to capture those moments through my lens is a privilege I never take for granted. Dancers pour their hearts and bodies into their art, and my name is always to honor their hard work and passion with every photograph I take. I'd also like to thank those who haven't laughed too loudly as I try to demonstrate a particular position that I have forgotten the name of. Which brings me to the photographers, the choreographers, the creative minds behind the movement, who dream up these breathtaking sequences that cause me to panic as I desperately try to capture every element. I've also had such fun working with dancers and choreographers to create posters and publicity shots. These are the moments sometimes when we get to throw fabric, props, and even dancers around. Thanks, dancers, for all the patience and willingness to be creative in my space. Of course, when the likes of Mark Hawkins and David Gouldy are involved, there is probably a lot of water or flour added to the process. Thanks to the stage crew for dealing with the aftermath. Other people part of the ecosystem. I'm nearly done. Then there is the wonderfully tenuous relationship I have with lighting designers. I have been known to mumble on occasion as to whether the bulb budget has been cut and whether the stage manager could please provide a torch so I can see the dancers. Luckily, cameras have come a long way and taken away a lot of the frustration of seeing something so beautiful but too dark to capture. Now it's easier to photograph the luminescent effect of low atmospheric lighting. Beautiful lighting on beautiful shapes is my happy place. In conclusion, I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all who trusted me to show them at their most vulnerable and triumphant moments. It is a huge privilege, and I know how incredibly lucky I am every time I get to shoot ballet. Your artistry is the true inspiration behind every shot. Thank you. Val Adams.
Thank you very much. The next few are also not here, but the first one, sent a message, and I would like to call his cousin Vida on stage to receive his certificate on his behalf. And while he's walking there, this is for Vincent Hampton. Good evening from Scotland, where I'm sending my fondest wishes and appreciation to the South African International Ballet Competition for considering me for this wonderful award. Sadly, I am unavailable to be there in person, but you must know that this recognition brings me as a dancer full circle back to where it all started, South Africa. Who could have imagined in 1973 that this small colored boy, albeit with huge aspirations to dance, would be honored in your competition today? I thank you from the bottom of my heart. This 360-degree journey could not have happened if it had not been for my teachers back then in Simonstown, Mr. Cecil Jacobs, who coincidentally we recognized last year, and in particular Miss Ivy Mae MacDonald. They trusted me to represent South Africa at the Royal Ballet School in London. It was not easy, and the challenges were many. My race, my height. But their support and trust were always with me along the way. This award is not only for me, but also for all those supporters who have helped me along the way. I have learned a lot in my dancer's life, and the most prominent thing for me is to be generous, to give back, to pass on the knowledge that has been shared with me. This is indeed my time to do that. I thank you all. God bless. Vincent Hampton. Then sadly also not here is Miss June Melville, head of the Royal Academy of Dance, Northern Gauteng, Mr. Ken Yateman, and then also a teacher that has touched all three of our lives, Ms. Diane Cheeseman, who sadly is fighting a very strong battle with cancer at the moment. And we only wish her all the strength on this incredible battle. And then I would also like to call on Terence Smith, who I believe is receiving on behalf of Mr. Levine Naidu in New York his certificate. So thank you very much, Taran. It's wonderful to have you here. As we've mentioned, it takes all different kinds of people to keep ballet alive. And some people do half of all of those different things. So some people become dancers, and then something else, and then something else, and then something else, and then something else. So I would like to call on stage Mr. Mervyn Williams to receive a certificate for everything that he has done for us. You saw the performance of Dance for All, doing Never Enough. One of the people that helped start and establish and grow that into what it is today is Mr. Philip Boyd. I would like to call him on stage. An event like this costs money, and there are some people that keep ballet on stages, and they do support it, not only with money, but also in a large part with money. And so it sounds quite crass, and I don't mean it to be, but it is such an important part of the success of any event and any performance in any school. And we would like to thank, in her absence, Miss Wendy Ackerman, and we ask her daughter, Miss Suzanne Ackerman, to come and receive an award on her behalf.
Thank you. On behalf of my mother and my family, we really want to thank you all for recognizing us. And to my mother's words, dance, music, culture are as important as the air we breathe and the bread that we eat. So thank you all, judges, for what you've done for dance, for development in South Africa. And it's our privilege and honor to be part of this growing, beautiful talent that makes us the society we are. Thank you all.
I would like to call on Ms. Lauren Pinar to receive the award on behalf of Ms. Veronica Paper, who last year received it on behalf of, who's the designer? On behalf of Peter Kasnitz. So thank you, Lauren, for being here. I would like to call onto stage Ms. Winsome Fuller.
It's worth pointing out that Winsome illustrates the history. Taryn, will you step forward, please? Taryn was trained by Winsome, okay? And there are a number of dancers on the stage that are trained by both Taryn and Winsome. So this is a Durban-based dance lineage going back many, I was nearly said many centuries, my apologies, many years. Thank you very much.
Is Miss Adele Blank in the audience? There is nothing, there is really a blank space because I told them to come to the stage earlier. But there is nothing that I try to do that she hasn't already done. And I think she is... And how fabulous does she look? And then the last recipient is Miss Yvonne Barker, who also sadly could not make it, but also from KZN. So thank you very much. Let's give them one final round of applause. Thank you one more time, all of you. Come across, Val, Philip, Lauren, one more big photo. Thank you very, very much. We shall now continue to the business of the South African International Ballet Competition. And there has been a few judges that have asked to award certain scholarships. So I would like to call on Mr. Anderson de Santana to do his presentation, and good luck with trying to understand him.
Good evening, everybody. It's Brass International Ballet. We have like summer program is 2 full weeks. Yeah, we have boarding. We receive kids for 2 weeks. They have classes in the morning, class in the afternoon. So I can just give few scholarships. First one is have like different names. So Michaela van Erden. Michaela.
I told you they're going to struggle to understand.
Sophia White.
Sophie White.
White, Sophie.
Sophie White. Sophie White.
Noelia Schultz. Chloe,
Chloe Norkia.
Shilo Godefroy. Shinola Chona.
Senolo Choma.
Kade van Ashen.
Danny van Aswegen.
So now is a professional training program for the full year. check like if it's possible to come to Brussels from September to June. Isabella Godinho. Shannon Pengley. Shannon Pengley. Male dancer Wati Ludler.
Wyatt Ludig.
Jaden Samuels. Jaden Samuels. Max Dirk. Max. And the price for Matthews is just to work like 1 week with us as a private classes every day, 1 week, full week. Max, there. Max.
Matthijs de Leer. I warned you. Then, I'm sorry. The next person is Theodore Constant. Thank you very much, Theodore.
Right. So I have International Ballet Festival. It consists of two weeks of training. And it's going to be held, it's every year in California. I've been doing it for a couple of years in France, and next year is going to be held also in France. And these scholarships are for the summer intensive in Marseille, France, on the Côte d'Azur for 2 weeks. So we don't lose so much time because I have quite a few. Maybe you can just run front as I call your names, and then you can bow. Yeah, so just, all right. Chiara Zabo, Shiloh Beckley, Jaden Samuels, Omegola Garakure,
Omofolo.
Robin Motram, Sophie White, Michaela Van Herden,
Michaela van Herden.
Gia Siegel, Crystal Horn, Shannon Pangili, Mathis de Beer, Isabella Godinho, and Max Bird. I just want to quickly say I really enjoyed the performance, everyone's performance. There are only so many prizes or scholarships I wish I could give, to everybody. But I think you're all winners because you're already here in this amazing, beautiful stage. And thank you, DIRK, for all this organization and for having us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Theodore Johnston. I would like to call the chairperson of the jury, Mr. Alexei Moskalenko, who also is representing the Youth America Grand Prix, who will be presenting a few certificates as well, and then on behalf of the jury, will also be saying a few words. Thank you very much and welcome.
So my name is Alexei Moskalenko. I'm Associate Artistic Director of Youth America Grand Prix competition in United States and around the world. This year we were 25 years old, and we glad to be here and to see all talents in your beautiful country. And I will divide. So first I will talk about free passing. So guys, just come front. And for passing to IGP Finals 2025, which will happen in Tampa, Florida, United States. And that event bring all countries and all children from around the world, dancers, together. It will be about 2,000 participants, usually it's about. And how it works is that we are representing our competition in 32 cities in the United States and 15 countries. And we choose the best dancers from each country or from each city, and we invite them to finals. But I would like to right away to say everybody else who didn't receive passing to finals to Youth America Grand Prix, it doesn't mean that you are a beautiful dancer. And I always to remind everybody that the hardest thing, like you compete with yourself. So you don't compete with anybody else. That our hardest competition is to compete with ourselves, and it's for everybody, for children and for adults, kind of same story. So everybody winner if you're already on this stage, because you represent culture of your beautiful country. So I would like. Passing to finals, and it's free entry and registration. You can read on certificates. You can check what it is. So first name, Mathis De Beer. And after that, it's Jaden Samuels. After that, it's Chiara Zabo. Sophie White. Gia Segal. Noelia Schultz. And one more, it's for free entry registration to any location of YAGP competition, which if we count together have 47. And it's for your performance and achievement in South African International Ballet Competition. And I will again call names, please go to front. Shannon Pangili, Purpura Mabuza, Max Berg, Christoph Juan, Kadi van Aswegen, and Mila Schumann. So, just a couple words. First of all, it's a great celebration here today of your beautiful culture in your beautiful country. And thank you to dancers for your passion and for your hard work, because everybody who is here, knows how hard it is. It's not easy art to be in, but it is a representation of your culture in the whole country. And I always remind to everybody else that what you see on stage is our future, and it's future of culture. And these children not necessarily going to be maybe becoming professional dancers, but they will be part of culture, and they will be who going influence whole culture in this country and maybe around the world too. And if they're not becoming dancers, then maybe will become professional choreographers. They maybe will be famous teachers, they maybe will be famous director, administrator, and the list can go on and can go on, because art is very wide part of our life. And also I used to say that Petipa put us all together, and Petipa is famous choreographer who was French, but then he moved to Russia, and so he made a lot of his works in Russia, and some of these works you will see on stage, because a lot of classical variations actually made by Petipa. So I used to joking about it that Petipa put us all together, so thank you to him. And he's not alive, by the way, anymore. And also here I would say that thank you to Mr. Dirk, instead of Petipa maybe, for putting all of us together. because it's not easy task to bring all of us in one place and organize it so beautifully and so smooth. And thank you again for your dedication, for dancers' passion, and of course the most important probably people in the room. It's teachers who is in the room somewhere sitting, and the most important, it's probably parents for your passion, for your trust, and your children will come back to home very often when they will doubt in a way why is they doing it, and you doubt why is they doing it, etc. But don't forget, until they have passion, that's a good thing to support them, and you do it very well. And I always say, okay, just keep going, keep fighting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay. The dancers, when I read your name, please let's do the same. You run forward, you do a bow, you come and fetch your medal, and you stand, and we take it from there. Okay, so we are starting with the Choreographic Award, or the Choreography Award, and I would like Mr. Anderson de Santana to please present this award for us. So for the bronze prize, it goes to Tanda Tembe for Ikaya, and Tanda is from South Africa and the Breakthrough Dance Company. The silver medal goes to Matthijs de Beer for Why Fit In When You Can Fit Out from South Africa and the Zulu Dance Academy funds. the gold medal for choreography goes to Shiloh Godfrey for Mbuyeni from South Africa and the Breakthrough Dance Company. Then you can stay right where you are. Tanya Howard, could you please present the groups? And for the groups, thank you very much, dancers. For the groups, the bronze medal goes to the Sandra Gibson Academy in South Africa for Limitless. Just to the front, just to the front. Count to 8 and look at the front. Silver medal goes to the Eon group for Democracy. And the gold medal goes to the Carstens Island Ballet School for Glitch. Mr. Theodore Constant, can you please present the next? Well, actually, can you wait one moment? We're first gonna, just wait one moment, sorry about that. We're starting to have the top 6 in the competition because so often the placings are very, very close. And we would like to, therefore, spread the recognition slightly further. And so we are starting this year with having the top 6. So in the Scholars Contemporary group, the top sixers are Moledi Langa, Robin Mottram, Gia Segal, Noelia Schultz, Michaela van Heerden, just to the front, just to the front, just to the front. And Sophie White, just to the front. Thank you very much. Now you stand right there. And the bronze medal is shared between, yes, sir, thank you very much. The bronze medal is shared between Noelia Schultz and Moledi Langa. The silver medal goes to Sophie White. Yes. It's a silver medal. Thank you very much. And the gold medal goes to Michaela van Heerden. Thank you very much. Let's give them a big round of applause. You can sort it out later. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The juniors, top 6 is going Shiloh Godfrey, Crystal Huang, Alex Mkai, Mojiza Mosabal, Luca Orbs, and Katie van Asbjorn. I would like to call Mr. Hao Wang to present these medals, please. And the bronze medal goes to Alex Mackay. The silver medal goes to Mojiza Mosaba. And the gold medal goes to Shiloh Godfrey. The gold medal goes to Shiloh Godfrey. Let's try again. Let's make a nice picture. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. For the seniors, we have the top 5, and those are Max Berg, Mia Berger, Matthijs de Beer, Isabella Gondinho, and Annika Skippers. And I would call on Mr. Samuel Verston to come and present them with their medals. So the bronze medal goes to Mia Berger from South Africa. The silver medal goes to Matthijs de Beer from South Africa. And the gold medal goes to Max Berg from the USA. Thank you very much. So I would like to call on Ms. Tanya Howard to come and stand here, get the top 6 certificates so long so that we get it right this time. For the scholars section, the top 6 are Offense Bolewang, Moledi Nangan, Gia Segal, Noelia Schultz, Michaela van Heerden, and Sophie White. The bronze medal is shared by Ms. Noelia Schultz and Ms. Moledi Manga. The silver medal goes to Sophie White. And the gold medal goes to Michaela van Heerden. Thank you very much. The junior has a top 6, and it is Omoholo Jauregwe, Crystal Juan, Jaden Samuels, Kiara Zabo, Chenolo Choma, and Teddy van Asweer. And I would like to ask our chairperson, Mr. Alexei Moskalenko, to please present these prizes. The bronze medal goes to Omoholo Jauregui and Katie van Asweren. We also have a tie in the silver, Jaden Samuels and Senolo Choma. And the gold medal goes to Kiara Zabo. Thank you very much. Then for the senior classical, I would like to call on Mr. Anderson de Santana, please. The top 5 is Max Berg, Matthijs de Beer, Isabella Godinho, Annika Skiepers, and Jessie Yokoyama. The bronze medal goes to Jessie Yokoyama from Canada. The silver medal goes to Isabella Godinho from Portugal. And then the gold medal goes to Max Berg and Matthijs de Beer. Ladies and gentlemen, these dancers have worked so hard, not just the last few days, but in the last very many years of their lives to get here. And I think they all need a big round of applause. And when you are in the senior category, you are literally on the doorstep of entering an incredible life in a ballet company somewhere. And we wish you only the incredible best for your futures. Thank you very much. Thank you, dancers. You can go back. Ladies and gentlemen, not for very many years have we had a Grand Prix at the South African International Ballet Competition. And I would like to call our jury chairperson to please come and present this year's Grand Prix winning medal and certificate to Miss Crystal Wang.
Today world, if you enter professional companies later, maybe not right now, you have to be a very versatile dancer. And I always remind everybody that in my time, a long time ago, we were required to be only classical ballet dancers. Today, you can have Swan Lake today, and tomorrow it can be contemporary, some work of some choreographer, which is completely opposite maybe to Swan Lake. So it's so hard to excel in a classical and at the same time in contemporary. And that's why, congratulations, Crystal, with your award.
We were driving in the car to do a very early Monday morning, 5:30, 6 o'clock espresso interview, and there was a whole discussion about world politics, and Crystal was saying she would like to become the President of the United States of America. So Crystal, I only wish you all the best, and I really think that America would be better off if you had been the President. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. There will now be a 20-minute interval. Thank you, judges. Thank you, dancers. Let's give them all a very last round of